Nick.
Hey Pat, how's it going?
It's been a long time, my friend.
Too long. Come in.
All right, thanks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool, you're home. Tell us a little bit about your office.
Well, we're in my office right now. This is where I work every day. That's the computer, my bookshelves, and I've got a few weird things, you know, that I collect on journeys and trips and expeditions now and again. This is one, actually, an alleged Texas chupacabra skull. You get a lot of these weird so-called Texas chupacabra creatures, which, for the most part, they're sort of like hairless coyotes, but there are a lot of weird genetic issues going on with them as well. So there is a genuine mystery there, I think, and that's one of the skulls that was given to me a few years ago.
What's the most important book on your shelf, or books?
When it comes to, I guess, the most important books, for me, it would be things like John Keel's The Mothman Prophecies, Jacques Vallée's Messengers of Deception, and certainly probably the Roswell Incident by Charles Berlitz and William Moore, because that was really the first book that sort of opened up the controversy surrounding crashed UFOs, which is really, you know, one of the big areas of UFO research today. And some of the early pioneering research in the field of cryptozoology, Ivan Sanderson and people like that. So, you know, I like books, I like to read, and I like to collect books. So.
And you write.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I write them as well.
Look at that picture. Is that the Mothman up there? What is that? Or can you talk about a few of these cryptids?
Yeah, the that picture there. It's sort of a weird glowing-eyed Bigfoot with, as you can see, there's like an angled bridge behind it. That actually deals with a British Bigfoot known as the man monkey. And the man monkey is a story that goes back to the 1800s, where this strange, hairy Bigfoot-like creature was seen haunting a particular bridge that crosses a large canal in central England. Actually not too far from where I grew up, and it's one that I've actually written a book about called Man Monkey. And it's sort of fascinating story about something we don't hear much, you know, Bigfoot in Britain. That's the classic Men in Black, of course, you know, the sinister black-suited figures that go around terrorising and silencing UFO witnesses.
Are Men in Black real?
Oh yeah, there's no doubt in my mind it's a real phenomenon.
What is a real phenomenon?
I think the MIB phenomenon is a combination of a couple of things. There are the genuine government people who go around investigating UFOs and threaten people into silence. But then there are these weirder Men in Black. They're kind of like skinny, pale, almost alien looking, and you know, some people think that's exactly what they are. So I think we've got two categories of Men in Black, and one, you know, the government may not know what the other one is, and number two, maybe, you know, they don't even work in tandem with each other, and this is what makes the entire mystery so puzzling, that there's one angle to it and another one as well. One theory for the Men in Black, because they look so weird, that skinny, pale, they have bulging eyes, and they don't seem conversant with our mannerisms and actions, is that they really are aliens themselves. We've got here Mothman, the glowing-eyed famous monster of Point Pleasant, West Virginia. Of course, the Loch Ness Monster with Uskert Castle, which stands on the shores of Loch Ness in the background. And what's interesting is that Uskert Castle, that whole area of the loch, is where most of the really good sightings of Nessie have occurred. Little photograph here, one of my favourites, taken with me and actor Roy Finnis, who played David Vincent in the 1960s UFO series The Invaders. And that was kind of cool, getting to meet him sort of when I was a kid. You know, I used to watch The Invaders, and then finally got to meet the actor who portrayed him in the series. So that was kind of cool. And this is actually a little piece of rock off the old TNT plant in Point Pleasant, West Virginia, where Mothman used to be seen. A nice signed drawing and picture from Jim Mars. Did it himself, as well as an author. Jim's a nice little artist as well. One of my all-time favourite film, Night of the Demon. I've got a big poster of it over there. 1970, black and white, very atmospheric film about demonology, and as I said, my all-time favourite film. That picture there, the Chupacabra picture, that actually has an interesting story to it. I've been on a number of expeditions to Puerto Rico looking for the Chupacabra, and one of the people I interviewed when I went there in 2004 was a lady named Norca, who had seen the Chupacabra actually as far back as 1975, literally standing in the middle of the road when she was driving home late one night, and she drew this picture, or this piece of artwork, and gave it to me, and that sort of pretty much describes the creature she saw, like a bat-winged creature with glowing red eyes and these pointed ears and claws and fangs, etc. And I interviewed Norca extensively when I was on Puerto Rico, and she said, would you like this picture to take back with you as a memento? And so, it was a nice gift, and I was, happy to accept it. I'm Nick Redfern, and join me on epic voyages as we investigate everything from Bigfoot, UFOs, ghosts, and weird places.